In this video, we will give some practical suggestions for making better decisions. When we go into a consultation, we need to be careful that we are not consulting about 2 or 3 subtopics simultaneously. Rather, we need to clearly define the topic or subtopic of the consultation. Sometimes, the coordinator can define this at the beginning of the consultation. However, often we begin to consult on a topic, and the coordinator or other members may observe that we are actually talking about subtopics A, B, and C, and so that the contributions of the different members are really not coming together. If this occurs, the coordinator or any other member can mention the fact, I think we're talking about A, B, and C. Why don't we first come to a decision related to A, and then we can go on to B and C. Another thing we need to avoid is immediately giving suggestions of what to do as soon as a topic has been presented. Before thinking about a response or the decision we want to make, it is important to begin by identifying relevant principles. Principles could be unity, justice, equal opportunities for men and women, universal education, or many others depending on the subject matter. We only need to define 1 or 2 principles, but they should have a clear relationship to the subject of the consultation. We also need to consider if we need to investigate the facts. Often we assume that we already know all the facts, but it is helpful to start by listing the facts that we already know and then identifying if there are other facts that we need to investigate. Furthermore, we need to avoid consulting extensively on the very first idea mentioned without first brainstorming on a variety of possible actions. If we simply listen to the first idea and begin to consult on whether we are in agreement or disagreement, we might spend a long time talking just about that idea. At the end, we might agree with it, and we've made a decision. But we have not taken into account other possible ideas that could enrich that decision, or might be even better. And if we are not in agreement with that first idea after we have consulted extensively on it, we have wasted a lot of time, and then we repeat the process with the next possible idea. So it is important to brainstorm. Also, it is helpful because when we brainstorm, people are more detached during the discussion because we're talking about several ideas at the same time, and not just the idea that that person may have mentioned. Related to detachment, when mentioning an idea proposed by another member, we need to avoid saying the person's name, as in, I'm in agreement with Mary's idea, or I don't understand what Joe suggested. Rather, it is important to restate the idea in our own words. When we refer to the idea with the name of the person, it makes it more difficult for that person to detach from that idea or to accept modifications to it. Also, there may be other members of the group who have not been listening and they have no idea of what was Mary's idea or Joe's suggestion. So by restating the idea, we keep everybody engaged. Finally, when we are actually making the decision, we have to be careful not to forget about the principles we had identified. Rather, we need to analyze the different alternatives in the light of the facts and principles. Summing up, helpful steps in decision-making include defining the topic or subtopic and sticking to it, identifying relevant principles, investigating the facts, brainstorming a variety of alternative solutions, analyzing the different alternatives in the light of the facts and principles, and then making the decision.